Want to make this stunning 3D honeycomb ornament that looks like it just came straight from a boutique? I'll show you how to create yours with Cricut and some cardstock, and we'll add a magical glitter touch. Let's get crafting. Let's open up Cricut Design Space. Let's go over to Upload, click on your uploaded free SVG, and click Continue. Then I change the color for the cardstock that I'm using. But more importantly, we need to adjust the size of this to make sure it fits onto our Cricut mat. So we'll adjust it to 11.5. Then you're going to click on the layer and unite them or attach them however you want. And I wanted to rename it, completely up to you. You're going to duplicate it 3 times to make a full ornament with the light cardstock. Now go over to Make. Just double check everything looks great on your mats and hit continue. Then you're going to select the appropriate material. I'm working with light cardstock. Now let's load our material onto the mat. Then carefully line up your cardstock and use a brayer or a scraper to burnish it to the mat. I know what you're thinking. Light cardstock, you would use a light grip mat, but I've used my strong grip mat so much that it's equivalent to a light grip mat. I'm gonna keep using this mat until there's no adhesive left. Then follow the Cricut prompts and watch your machine do its magic. Before unloading your mat, be sure to double check that the cuts went all the way through. This was very easy to weed, so I was happy about that. Since this cardstock is double-sided, orientation doesn't matter for each half of the ornament. Just ensure you have enough cutouts. There's many different glues that you can use for this project. I was using what I had on hand, which is tacky glue. I watered it down so it can fit through the needle of the glue applicator bottle, but I've seen people use Mod Podge. And if you have any glitter hacks, just comment below so we can all learn together. Orientation becomes important when you glue them together. Let's start by applying a thin line of glue about 1/8 inch from the edge of one side of the ornament. For now, we're focusing on just 2 halves at a time, keeping it manageable and fun. Once you've glued the first 2 halves, repeat this step with all your pieces. It also helps to use a clip or a clothesline pin to secure them together while they're drying. Next, we're adding 2 small L-shaped glue lines. These are the foundation that will give your ornament its sturdy 3D shape. A tip to make sure the glue placement is even across all the pieces, I use the ruler grid on my self-healing mat. This little trick keeps the structure symmetrical and professional looking. And then comes the fun part, stacking and assembling. As you add each piece, watch your honeycomb ornament take shape. Don't rush this step. It's all about steady progress. I'm having a thrifty Christmas this year, and I was using some cardstock that I had left over in the mounds of, your crafting closet. But the best paper to use is solid core, because then you won't have these white edges here. I wanted to give it a try anyway, since my plan is to cover it in glitter. Let's see how it turns out. Now that all the halves are strategically glued, we're moving on to the center. Think of it like binding the spine of a book. Add a light layer of glue to the center backing, then use a brush to spread it evenly. Grab some twine or ribbon about 12 inches long, fold the twine in half and place it at the back of the center of the ornament where the glue is. Add a bit more glue on top of the twine for extra security and use your brush to smooth it out evenly. This will ensure the twine stays put and holds up beautifully. Now for that magical glitter touch. Apply a light layer of glue, making sure to fully cover all the edges. Immediately submerge the ornament in glitter. Once it's all covered, flip it over and tap away any excess. If you notice any bare spots, just add more glue and glitter to fill them in. Right away, test the ornament by fully opening it to ensure none of the sides stick together, then place it down to dry. Don't worry about all that excess glitter. As long as it is clean and dry, you can just pour it right back into your original container for your future projects. I still didn't like how much I was seeing the white go through. I thought the red glitter would really cover it well. You probably could have done a second coat of glitter on it, but I decided to just add white glitter on the edges so it'd make it seem like it was there on purpose. Because it was already so clumpy and I didn't want to rub off any of the glitter I already put on, I decided to try to use spray adhesive glue to cover the red glitter that was on there and then pour the white glitter on top of that. I had this clamp to help me out since it's such a thick stack of paper and decided to wrap it in this plastic bag to keep it safe from the spray adhesive. Then pour a generous amount of white glitter on top, shake off any excess. As you can see, I used a new plate to keep the glitter clean and open the ornament to see if any of the honeycomb features are stuck together. Then use a tweezer to carefully wiggle apart any stuck sections. It turned out really well. I was pleasantly surprised at how it turned out, and I honestly liked it better. It was probably poofier, if that's a word to describe it, because of the double layer of glitter, but I think it came out great. Then you can place it down and let it dry, and pour that excess glitter back into the container. Now it's time to glue the final piece and complete your ornament. Apply the glue to the last open section. Carefully align it and use clips to hold it in place while it dries. Once it's dry, remove the clips and your ornament is ready to hang. In the next video, I'll share a clever hack to make your single-sided cardstock look double-sided, just like I did with this blue ornament. You won't want to miss it, so be sure to subscribe and join me for more creative fun.